All right. So this is the CEO of Ford, Jim Farley. He's a little bit afraid of Chinese electric vehicles. He's saying that they're ahead of us, and describing them as an existential threat, and they have rapidly advanced. Yes, it looks like that is what is happening. So let's see. A few years ago, not that many industry experts would have predicted that the Chinese car manufacturers would be regularly cranking out some of the most compelling and technologically advanced EVs on the market. And yet, that's precisely what is happening. Well, that is according to Car Scoops, but let's look deeper into this, people. So he is saying that CEO Jim Farley and CFO John Lawler, uh, they are shocked at how fast China has caught up. They're saying they have overtaken the U.S. in some ways. So I looked at this vehicle, or I looked at this article. It didn't have that much information in it, really. I'm looking for like how specifically are they more advanced? Like exactly. They're just saying that both the CEO, and CFO were very impressed with what they discovered. This is nothing like before, Lawler reportedly told Ford CEO. These guys are ahead of us. The public made the publication made no mention of the specific Shenzhen model, but they were impressed. So I would I need more information, Car Scoops. That's not enough automotive nerd data. So all right, so this is a concept car from Shenzhen, I believe it's pronounced. So Jim Farley said Ford will be ready to launch a $30,000 EV by the start of 2027. Well, Farley, that's 3 years from now. GM already has the Equinox. That's about $30,000. So they are saying that this vehicle is going to be designed to compete with compelling alternatives out of China, and it will be profitable for the brand. Okay, well, you have to sell them first, but yeah, profitability is important if you could get them to sell. Man, 2027, that's like 3 years from now, at least 2.5 years. Hmm. I hope that they're not designing this car based on the competition now, because by the time we get to this date, the competition will have advanced even more, which is a problem. Ugh. So Ford was planning to go all electric in Europe by 2030, which is 6 years from now, but they're no longer seeing that as feasible. They will continue to sell pure ICE, hybrids, and battery electric vehicles. They axed plans for a three-row electric SUV. That was probably a good idea. That was supposed to enter production in 2025, so next year. Yeah, it looks like the large, at least in the US, the large electric vehicles are not catching on, like, giant pickup trucks, but maybe the smaller and mid-size ones, people seem to be more interested in, if they are interested at all. So yeah, there wasn't a lot of info about how it was better. So I did some research and I looked up another vehicle or another website for us to look at. So let's see. So this is BYD, which is, I believe this is the largest EV company in China. BYD stands for Build Your Dreams. Are you ready to dream? Well, let's dream together. All right. So this is their first pickup truck, May 14th, and this is BYD's website in the US. So this is the first pickup truck, the BYD Shark. And Looks like this one is a plug-in hybrid with advanced technology and a diverse user-centric features. So yeah, that's some BYDs right there. Some multi-brand matrix. So these are some of the BYD vehicles that I think Ford is a little bit scared of. So the BYD Ocean, BYD Dynasty, BA05. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce this. I don't know what that's. Super 9. All right. So yeah, it looks like they do kind of look like a little shark or a stingray design. The Denza, the Yang Wang. Is that that's the real name? Okay, Yang Wang. And the BYD Shark that we just talked about. So it looks like the interiors. Maybe that's what he was most impressed with. Interior does look pretty nice. A large, very. It looks like it's very nice looking. It seems utilitarian, but it also seems like technological. Like you got two big screens, and that's it. I know. I'm not sure if there are any touch buttons on there. I know a lot of people want some manual buttons. So a lot of people are turned off by just a screen. It's what I think Volkswagen was saying that. Some other companies were saying that people want some physical buttons. Is better for the manufacturer if there are less parts to worry about installing and making and all that. But yeah, it looks nice. See, I was reading something about this. Let's see. They were saying something who they got to design that. Okay, guided by BYD design director Wolfgang Edger, the vehicle's design draws inspiration from sharks, seamlessly blending futuristic technology with raw power. All right. Vehicle features a full-length LED lights at the front, reminiscent of a shark's open mouth, ex- exuding a fierce and captivating presence. Its side proportions, marked by fluid body lines, mirror the graceful movement of a shark through deep waters. Okay. Well, I guess it's a shark now. Seems like Toyota's new design is they got it looks like a hammerhead in the front for Toyota. So everybody's doing shark stuff now. I was saying they were saying something in here about who designed the interior. It looks like an Italian name. Let's see, where was the name? I don't know, but well, it didn't look like a typically Asian name. So it looks like they outsourced somebody to design this, which was a good idea, kind of, because I notice sometimes Toyota interiors they could come off like looking a little bit weird, at least to somebody in the U.S. I think that people have different design sensibilities, so it's probably smart of them to outsource the design of the interior to somebody with a little better feel for it. And I was in a Toyota dealership today or yesterday, and I sat inside the brand new Camry, and the outside looks pretty good, but the inside it does look a little weird. I don't know who designed it, but it's not going to stop me from. Well, I don't think it'll stop anybody from buying it. It wouldn't stop me, but it does look just. I don't know. It looks a little bit off, especially on the passenger side. But anyway, let's get back to this BYD Shark. So it has an electric hybrid system, a 1.5 liter turbo high power engine, uh, peak power of over 430 horsepower, which they're saying is equivalent to a 4-liter V8. Well, I don't know, it depends on the V8. and its acceleration from 0 to 100 kilometers is only 5.7 seconds. They're saying that surpasses other models in the pickup category. I was reading I was reading somewhere, I forget where, but they were saying that this it doesn't tow as much as your American counterparts in this class, like let's say the Ford Ranger or the Chevy Chevy midsize pickup. I forget the name right now, but yeah. So 1.5 liter turbo. Yeah, I'm not a fan of turbos, but well, unless they're in sports cars or diesels. But yeah, I'm saying it has really long range, and seeing that the rear seats can recline. So it looks like they put more effort into the interior. I think they put a lot of effort into, which is probably why the CEOs of Ford were impressed. But I saw some of the reviews for this. They said the ride is a little. Well, there's that. The review I saw said the ride was rough, but BYD saying that the ride is really nice. Which I mean, I don't know, it's their car, so they're saying there's the BYD Shark boasts a front and rear double wishbone independent suspension system, balancing driver agility and passenger comfort to provide an unmatched driving and riding experience. All right, let's see. You could use this as a mobile power station. So yeah, you can plug it in, use it to plug in things. So yeah, they see they got their little projector and laptop plugged into the vehicle, which is interesting. I think the new Dodge pickup can do that. Their new plug-in hybrid. Well, yeah, that's an interesting things. All right, so this is what I also wanted to tell you. It has a heads-up display feature that guarantees the drivers have constant access to critical driving information, thus notably enhancing driver safety. It has a 540-degree ultra-wide angle panoramic view camera, enabling the driver to observe surroundings and underside of the vehicle, simplifying path selection during off-roading. Okay, so it has a camera that can see all the way around the vehicle, which I think Teslas have that. And they also have cameras like underneath, so you can see, I guess, the road underneath, like if you're rock climbing or something like that. Okay. And they're going to be selling, or they sell this they say their passenger vehicles has a presence in over 60 countries and regions, including Japan, Germany, Australia, Brazil, United Arab Emirates, and all right. So that's BYD, you guys. What do you think? Do you think that they are competition? It looks like they have some good features. Looks like they put more effort into the interior styling. Maybe it's a little more comfortable. It does look nice, but I think maybe Ford. I don't know. They're. I don't know if they should be as worried as they are, because let me drink. Hmm. The BYD does look like it has some good features, but we're not sure about the reliability right now. It looks like this car kind of. It looks like this car just recently came out. I'm not 100% sure, but it looks to be a fairly new model. Let's see how these cars perform 4, 5, 6 years from now. That'll be the real trick, because, yeah, sure, you can make a great vehicle now. It's brand new. Is it going to hold up? Are all these cameras going to keep working? Is this interior going to start falling apart? Is this tiny 1.5 liter turbo going to be able to last? 150, 200,000 miles? I don't know. We'll see. It's easy to say right now that a vehicle is good when it's new. But to me, the true test is how does that vehicle hold up 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years from now, 12 years from now? A lot of people are keeping vehicles long time, 10, 12 years. I got a 20-year-old Toyota Camry in my driveway. How's that BYD Shark going to be in 20 years from now? That's what I want to see. That's the real test. It seems to me like the people that review new cars are looking for certain things. But when the car gets to be older, that's when I do my reviews. That's when I want to see how has this held up. Like let's say you were to review that Fisker Ocean, right? Like as soon as it came out, 6 months after it came out, you might say, "Oh, this is a real threat. Look how great this is. It looks good. It's got this feature. It's got that feature." But then a year later, you're like, "Wait a minute. This car is a nightmare. All these lights are coming on. The software hasn't been programmed correctly. The screen is glitching out. The screen won't stay on when you're in backup when your backup camera's on. The the key fobs don't unlock when they're supposed to. It's got check engine light on. It's got track control light on. This and that. Everything is breaking. And you know what? You know what else is good about Ford, GM, all these legacy automakers? Is not just, please realize this, people, it's not just a car that you buy. You are getting into a relationship with an OEM for, let's say you bought a new car, you financed this car for 5 years, you are together, married together for 3 to 5 years until that powertrain warranty is over. And that's important. Imagine you bought a BYD car. You say, look, this car has great reviews. I'm going to buy it. How's your dealership experience going to be? When you take it to the dealership, do they have the parts there? Do they have the parts infrastructure set up so that you're not waiting a month for a part to come in from China? I mean, I'm not even sure where BYD sources their parts. Are they getting a lot of parts from Japan? Are they getting parts from supplier like Aisin and uh, Denso and Bosch, or are they making all of their own parts? I don't know. I don't know. We don't know. These are questions that are going to come up. So I would not recommend that you buy cars from OEMs that have just started making vehicles. Give them some time. They have to set up a whole infrastructure. I mean, Ford and GM and Chrysler, the thing, like I know people, they complain about them and everything. But look, at least you can go to the dealership, and in most cases, you aren't going to be waiting 2 months for a part to come in from the other side of the world, right? When you get to the dealership, the technicians are going to know how to fix the vehicle, in most cases, right? Is that going to be true for BYD? Are they going to treat their customers fairly? Are you going to get that nice experience that you get from, let's say, a Lexus? When I heard sometimes they'll send their owners a birthday card every year. Like, thank you for being part of the Lexus family. Happy birthday. Like little stuff like that. But when you go in there, you're treated fairly. If there's a problem, they say, okay, you know what? You're a little bit out of warranty, but we're going to cover it anyway. Are you going to get that from BYD? Who knows? Who knows? These are the little things that we take for granted, but they are big deals.